Will Brian Iriarte show the opposition just how good he is on the brakes?
Well then, they've really pulled the pin, haven't they? Yeah, they have really pulled the pin. Very nearly nil point.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for Hakim.
Doesn't take the lead this time. And Ramadiva has a track limits warning.
Big style as they cross the line. Can't push in a full 2.5. Real shame because, wow, what a blockbuster of a finish. A real Spielberg thrill. Yeah, he would not want to go on the green anymore then in towards the closing laps. The seconds adrift actually. That went up big time in the final sector alone. We were in for, with all three of them, we're still in for one in general, but how good would it have been with Tops Morelli dives up the inside of Iriarte again. Two riders really out. So this is a real chasing group. I don't think they're going to be able to catch back on. They've got to do something very special. Three in the championship, all battling out for the top three positions in the final part of at the top of the game. But Veda Pratama starting to get away from it, Peter. He's got a couple of... Morelli's doing what he did back in Assen last year. He's just basically saying, I'm absolutely raced. Still 5 laps to go, a fair way. We'll keep an eye on Dinesh. He's up in a 14th bike lengths, quarter of a second ahead of them. Will it last into these last 2 laps? Having it, if you're quick enough, come with. If not, I'll see you at Parc Fermé, chaps.
That's right. Now, Benya
At the moment...
And it looked to me, Danish did a 1:49.
That we have in Rookies Cup action. Mitani up into 4th position at the first turn then.
Fernandez, as I say, he's carrying a wrenched arm into this. Also carrying a sort of a small line. Most of the guys ran to a 1:45, so that means it cost him, it cost him 4 seconds.
So it's all on for the final 2 laps then.
So there's the White Harrigan Cup pushing. Injury is sent Mitani. Oh, the inside goes Brian Iriarte to take that long lap penalty.
Yeah, it really is. It is a proper penalty. Make no mistake.
Drop back to about 6th place. It's now really a test of Brian Iriarte again. Can he respond? 2nd place from David Gonzalez. Superb stuff.
Going to rename him Larry Lund. That's why you can't take the mick with the track limits because it will ruin your race potentially. Or in this case, it can...
Down they go.
They're down! Morelli and Iriarte! Both after that one because that was brilliant.
But it was the David Gonzalez move, really, wasn't it, on the brakes? But
potentially ruin your championship.
Side by side, then briefly they are, but Brian is so...
For them, goodness me, that's blown the championship wide open again.
So anyway, he replayed that superbly. So now Zen Mitani is at the back of that group. Head quick into that right-hander.
Gonzalez has recovered. Gonzalez has I'm in shock.
Absolutely, they're just both wanted the same. But he came into the weekend carrying a wrenched shoulder and said that in the first race he just
covered. He's in 3rd place now then. A brilliant move up the inside of car pushing at the penultimate turn.
The road there, and obviously there wasn't room.
Goodness me,
see the
look
replay.
at this.
So hang in the group, because he wanted to save the shoulder as much as possible. Then
and he had such a great drive through there that he's almost catching up to both Veda.
Which direction?
He goes wide, and Morelli says, "Yep, I'll have that," but then.
Yeah, and then Brian, over the last couple of laps, he said, I just closed my mind to the pain, closed my mind, looked ahead.
And Brian out front, a 1:44, the first one that we've seen of the race so far.
And is turning back to get online.
And Morelli's
running wide. Yeah.
Well, it's...
And went for it. And he said, I'm going to do the same thing in race 2. So that is why, as much as anything...
Then, and it is Gonzalez on a mission. Here is Hakim Dinesh. All on there, Peter. Look who we've got. Pratama out the front. He's run away with it. It's good.
Zen is sitting there in 5th place rather than battling hammer and tongs at every corner with a
14th place at the moment. He is closing steadily on the riders in front. It'll be 3 wins from 4. Should he keep it on the road? And Mitani
guys ahead of him.
Well, there we go. Smart lad. As we look back down the order, then it's Karpushin and Benya in front of him, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
No, he's lapping at very simple.
On course for a debut podium in Rookies Cup. Could he be? But it looks like can't push. Fernandez, Ramadipa, Plonk, Pugliese's fallen off the leading. Oh, Morelli.
Almost, we all similar pace for the men in front, but of course he's got to go quicker. It's almost the same lap time as Uriarte and Pratama.
Is going to try and take it from him as well.
Can Veda Pratama really win 3 races? Almost lost Morelli.
Oh, that was a big moment, wasn't it? And he's still keeping it pinned. Uriarte, though, responds.
Pratama in the front.
He can only hope for some misfortune to befall the 2 title rivals ahead.
This is out of 4, if you like, after the double in Mugello here, with just 2 laps remaining.
They're getting faster and faster, lap by lap, 144.9 this time around. Well, this which is always in the realms of possibility, but they are looking very, very.
The last lap as they go on to the start and finish now. Starting the last lap, he has a
This race is absolutely on, isn't it? Morelli decides to let. Is he doing that because maybe he'll be strong out front, both Uriarte and Pratama? They have basically been in the top 3-4 positions.
Superb advantage, 1 second he has over the rest of the pack, and he has to defend that absolute.
Wet patch caught him out, and he wants somebody else to take charge, or what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or is he just a bit spooked? And he's the entire race, the only riders to do so. They are just on another level.
Superbly, he's well capable of it.
4 abreast in towards turn 1. Mitani gather himself again.
Well, yeah, you know, he knows there's a few laps to go, and he can afford just to follow
here.
So, Uriarte. Now, this is the opposite, of course, of what happened yesterday.
He's as late as he possibly can. Ramadipa up the inside. Indonesia could have 2 riders on the back.
Which was Veda leading all the way, and Brian Uriarte watching what he was doing, where he Brian for a corner or 2, because he's not going to get away from them, is he? No, 3 abreast behind.
Podium here today, Peter. It's absolutely all on for it.
And surely the guys behind are going to muck each other. Was going and picking just the right moment on the last lap to pass. Now this time it's Brian Uriarte, but Marco Morelli holds on to second place ahead of further up, and Veda's just got a clear road ahead of him. He just has to put in that perfect lap. Veda, who is watching Brian to see where the Spaniard is quickest.
Morelli's also
Veda Pratama.
That was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well then, Leo Ramastor into
as he did in Italy, and he knows he can do it. He probably doesn't know that he's got just an advantage.
Recovered then after being completely pushed wide a few laps ago now. He's kept it calm. 9th place as well as we look back down the order. Lennox Famara as well, the Swiss rider. This is the best we've seen from him.
Unless he sees, of course, one of the TV screens around the track, and a lot of the riders do that. They look up.
He's back up to 4th position. It's now a leading quartet. You've got Beñat Fernandez leading the chase. Really, really good stuff. Congratulations to him for that ride. However he finishes up, this is really good.
The TV screens, and then he'll know exactly how it's going. It's 1 second he has. Mitani up.
This is just behind, but how much tyre has he used up coming all the way from the back of the grid? As we see, Danish has gone down again, Peter, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
That'll be him.
Into second place, ahead of Carpusian.
Well, it's all going to be about towards the front now as they go 3 abreast again. David Gonzalez up the inside.